Hey, what's going on guys, Mixuba here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a Simic or QUANDRIX mid-range deck for standard best of one. So I've made over 100 Magic videos, and not once have I ever played Simic on the channel, and that's mostly because it is probably my least favorite color combination. I've never really been super drawn to it, but now that Strixhaven has come out, we have a bunch of new Simic support that I actually find really interesting. So we're going to get into the list, and I'm going to start it with the new support, and then we're going to cover the stuff that you guys already know. So we got some decisive denials. So this is a green and a blue, and we get to choose one. Either target creature you don't control, or you control, sorry, fights target creature you don't control, or counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 3 mana. So this can be a removal spell, or a counter spell in best of one. It is a slightly worse negate, or a slightly worse ram through, but the fact that they're both on one card makes this very powerful. We got QUANDRIX Command. Now, this isn't the most powerful command. It is very flexible, but it's not going to apply in every situation, which is why I only have 2 copies. We get to either return target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand, so like a bounce spell, counter target artifact or enchantment spell, which won't always come up in every game, but there are a fair amount of artifacts and enchantments to counter. There's a lot of sagas, there's a lot of legendary artifacts in Cleave and Henge. So QUANDRIX Command Mode 2, it will be used fairly frequently. You can put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature, which I feel like I use more than I probably should because it's just, you're almost always going to have a creature on board, and making it bigger is virtually free with this card. You can set up combat in very interesting ways where you bounce an opponent's creature, set up a block, and then make your creature big enough to trade profitably. So it's a pretty good combat trick spell. And you also have the mode that target player shuffles up to 3 target cards from their graveyard into their library. So this can like hit Croxes. You can reset your own graveyard against rogues a little bit to try to get below the 7 count if that's what you really need. You can put cards back in your deck with this so you don't actually deck out with rogues. It has its uses, not the most useful thing, but it's just good to know that you have that mode. We got some Cultivator, some QUANDRIX Cultivator. So this is basically one in like a couple Simics, right? And then when it ETBs, you get to search your library for a basic forest or island card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So 4 mana 3/4 is a decent body. It's better than Solemn Simulacrum. And the main thing that differentiates this from the other card is that the land that you fetch enters untapped. And we have a bunch of stuff to do with 1 mana, like Plane and Keeper, use Heart's Desire, or hold up Dispute. So if you only really have that 1 extra mana to use, you can fetch accordingly and then use your 1 mana spell potentially, or hold open a Dispute. And if you like play this on 5, untap, or get an untapped land, sorry, you can hold open 2 mana, then you have like Fey, Denial, Brazen Borrower Bounce, again Dispute. So I like this card. I think it's fairly solid. We got some Eureka's Moments. Just, we're playing a lot of instant speed with Borrowers, Disputes, that QUANDRIX commands, fight spells like Decisive Denial. So I think that this is fairly good. We get to draw some cards and then ramp. And we are ramping to bigger creatures like Gargaroth that come down and just stabilize against anything aggressive. And if control mages don't deal with them, then this takes over the game. And if the aggressive people can't kill it, then this also takes over the game. So really solid card. But Eureka Moment also ramps us into our main win con, which is Coma. So we have a bit of ramp in, I mean, our 4 slots are ramp and card advantage, which help us get to our 7 mana spot, which is Coma. So it can't be countered, and it creates the coils every turn, which you can sacrifice to make it indestructible or tap target permanents. Or is it opponent controls or just in general? No, it's just in general. And then its abilities can't be activated. So Coma is really solid, very difficult win con to deal with. But you can close out games in many ways. Like you have the Beasts, the Borrowers. We have a Sideboard with a Ugin. And Gargaroth can just kill the opponent. So fairly interesting mid-range deck. I actually think it has a lot of potential for the mana base. Actually, we're not going to get into the mana base before we get into the rest of the deck. It's fairly standard. We have the adventure package. We are in Simic. Some of the best Simic cards are Lovestruck Beast and Brazen Borrower. And since I wanted to play them already, building this deck, I was like, we could just throw in some Innkeepers and some Fae of Wishes, have access to our sideboard in best of one, and have a pretty good card advantage engine. So I know it's not super interesting, but these cards are so powerful and they really do help with the game plan. So for that, we have our Wish board. This helps us just stay alive, bounce a thing, cheap interaction. Wipe the opponent's graveyard. If you just need to hit one important thing, you can wipe that thing out and then draw a card. Hold open negate, sometimes you need it. Blow up a artifact, enchantment, or you can wipe something from a yard, which is not really why we have Return to Nature. Sometimes you just need a universal counter spell to hold up and it can win you the game, so saw it coming's here for that. Another removal spell in the form of Primal Might that can also make your creatures huge and you can potentially close out the game that way. And an Ugin, because sometimes you just need to wipe the board. And it can also be a win con in and of itself. Mana base, we got the Snarls. We don't really want to play super tapped, right? Like, tap lands are okay in this deck, but they're not ideal. So we have a very untapped mana base. Snarls, plenty of basics, pathway, and 1 Castle of Antris. We do have like 8 castles here, so this should enter untapped a lot of the time. And we do generate a lot of mana, so having the option to scry with Antris can come in handy. Anyways, guys, deck will still be in the description down below as always. If you like the deck, be sure to drop a like on the video and consider subscribing. It motivates me to make more content. So that's gonna be it for me, guys. Let's get into some games. Okay. I mean, hand isn't bad. We can fight a 1-powered creature if we really want to. Innkeeper's like an amazing draw here. Okay. And I mean, other Fae is okay. It means they have to get through a lot of toughness, like a lot of toughness to be able to kill me. But being on the play would have really helped in this match. Okay, we'll play second Snarl. We have like mana fixing down packed here. So something's holding priority. I'm not sure what it is. Either Rimrock Knight or what's the other one? The Bolt spell. If they're gonna hit me for 1, I think we could take that 1. Frostbite, that's the card. And they just pass. Cool. So do I hold this open and just counter target non-creature spell or fight at instant speed after they try to buff one of their creatures? I think that's pretty good. Second Fervent Champion. Unfortunate. Okay. So I'm gonna try to counter a cleave here. And I'm gonna try to block one of these. They might just have 1 mana interaction. Yeah. So I could counter it. Or I could have the Fae fight the Fervent Champion. I just think we counter here. Cool. Now I can play land 4. We can cultivate. And just put another body on the board. Or I can play second Fae for 2 mana and hold open Brazen Borrower. I think if they had Cleave last turn, they would have played it. I think we just get more power, toughness, and ramp right here. And then next turn, hold open all our instant speed stuff. Seems okay. It could have been correct just to hold open Eureka Moment and Brazen Borrower, but I want to use my mana. Fae Strixhaven is a pain. That came off the top, though. Torbrand, okay. They still don't have great attacks, so this hits me for 3, and this also hits me for 3, so we just go like this. And then something's gonna die. I mean, based on this pause, they have a 1 mana pump spell, or like shock or something. Yeah, okay. But yeah, they still trade there. Like, that's still a L all in all. Dispute, eh? So I can play this Cultivator. Potentially block this Fervent Champion. Trade positively and like kind of like bounce the Torbrand. But if that's happening, what else is happening? I mean, that's not bad. I could also just hold open 5 mana. Play Eureka Moment. Hope to draw into some interaction. I think this is the play, really. I think we just keep thinning the deck out of some lands. Trying to find Gargaroth or Coma. The sooner we find those cards, the better spot we're in. The more mana we have, the more we're just chilling. Okay, Phoenix comes down, which means that they won't be able to recast Torbrand this turn, which is good. No attacks. No attacks. Okay. I still take less damage. Tapped Snarl. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then if I draw land, I have Dispute. Man, how greedy can I be? We'll see how the opponent wants to attack or what they do. If they play Torbran pre-combat, if they want to animate Faceless Haven, if they just go in. There's a bunch of variables. Okay, opponent opts to just go in. Cool. Just with the Phoenix. I can play. Okay, opponent goes all in. I could ambush with Brazen Borrower. I think that's fine. Okay. Your goal. Okay. We take some damage. Opponent still has some gas. If they play Torbran, I just counter. Done. Opponent might escape Phoenix here. God, they actually did. Okay. I can counter this. It's not great. It's not horrible. I think we do it. They would need more cards in the yard to reanimate it. That was a good play. Gotta give it to them. So, what do we have on the board? By the way, new trick. You could click your deck and click your sideboard to see everything you got. This trades with Faceless Haven. This blocks you profitably. So I could Fave Wishes for a counterspell, which is pretty funny. And just chill with the counterspell or Eureka Moment. I honestly think that's the play. Oh, and I'm laggy a little bit. Okay, nope. Okay, that's why. We're on browser. My bad, guys. Okay, so he granted. We're just going to grab 3-mana counterspell. If they play nothing into it, we play Eureka Moment. Which is why we don't bother foretelling it. Fervent Champion. Good draw. It does not play into my counter magic. Very well, at least. Now, yeah, they can animate the Haven. Okay. Okay. We take some damage here, for sure. We have to block the land. Like, we have to. Man, how many Fervent Champions was this? 3, I think? The third one's in exile, yeah. Let's draw some cards. Okay, those are good. Those are some good cards. Alright, so we have 9 mana. This will cost me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, we're 1 mana off. So where does the 1 mana, like, not go? I think we... the thing is, do we make the 1/1? Alright, this is going to be 4, 5, 6. Then we have 3 mana up. We only get 1 of these pieces of interactions. I think that's okay. Opponent doesn't have all that much mana, and I want the flyer to potentially block. Okay, would have been really good to have an innkeeper with all this, but we do what we can. Okay. Quandrix Command can get rid of that Phoenix and make some boys bigger. Phoenix also comes out and just gets blocked though, which is pretty cool. Torbrand. I mean, I could fight at instant speed after they attack. How much of a blowout is that? Like, let's say they do attack. We're chilling with good blocks. And if they don't attack, then I can just remove the Torbrand anyways, and we're not punished unless they have a 1 mana removal spell or a 1 mana pump. And we get to still hold counter magic. Opponent goes in with the Rimrock Knight. No, they don't. So what's the plan? Just the Rimrock Knight? Okay. I'm going to be greedy. And I'm going to block here. And I'm going to do this. Based on the fact that I didn't see any priority hold for 1 mana. Oh yeah, they say nice. Thank you. Thanks. I was also thinking that was pretty nice. So, do we start getting in with the 5/5? I mean, I don't think now is the exact time. I mean, it's kind of close, right? Like, how many they can reanimate this? Nah, nah, we just chill. We just chill. This land was really bad. We need some comas. We need some Gargaroths. We have the powerful cards. We just have to find them. That's what I'm talking about. That is the problem. Like, if they steal a coma here, it's like, what do I even do? If they steal a Gargaroth, it's like, what do I even do? They have to attack, though. They would have to trade off the robber for maybe a hit or maybe a land. By the way, we hold this. Hasty Phoenix resolves. We hold this for discarding to Fae. Oh, opponent just wants to rob me. Okay, cool. Oh, we should have foretold. That's completely my bad. Coma, yes. Okay. Not even punished for not foretelling. I mean, a little bit, but it's okay. That's what I'm talking about. And now we hold open counter magic and coma and everything. Oh, yeah. This is what we call potentially turning a corner. Opponent has one draw. They're going to attackers. I mean, they can pump the Phoenix. I could just tap the Phoenix right now. I'm going to tap the bird. If they want to do something else, cool. If not, I also really want a Gargaroth for some life gain. We're dead to like double Bone Crusher Giant. We do have the counter spell, which is really nice, but you know, I'm not going to save our asses in all circumstances. Phoenix does indeed come back, and I think we have to counter this one. As much as I don't love it, I think that's the play. Okay. So we can start getting in there, I think, now. So I'll have this blocker, this blocker slash potential blocker, and this blocker. They would need 3 other cards. They would need 2 more cards in the yard to escape it. We could still tap 2 creatures. Let's try to close this game. Opponent's on the Phoenix plan. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I will play out my ramp creature. Take action. No castle, but what can you do? Okay. Second Serpent. Opponent drew some lands. They can reanimate their Phoenix. I'm gonna tap it. Tap target permanent. We sack you. And yeah, this is fine. They can attack with this bird if they want. I'll just chump it with the Fae. And we did it. Oh yeah, what a game. That was a match, all right. And keep in mind, we still have 3 Gargaroths in this deck. Like, in this 37 card pile, we have 3 Gargaroths. We have a bunch more card advantage too. Like, we have a couple Eureka moments. We don't have any more phase, which is unfortunate. That if we start flooding, we can just bounce this back. Then we can basically granted for Ugin at that point, exile these, and we're chilling from there. The fact that this generates a Serpent on each upkeep means we can keep these tapped down forever while still getting in for 11. And let's just see if they're dead. Let's use this now. Tap the second one. We hit for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We hit them down to 16. So they're at 4. So they're not dead, but I wouldn't even do that attack all. I just attack with these 2 again, put them on a 2-turn clock. You guys get what we're saying. We're chilling. Oh yeah, this is a hand. No Innkeeper, but I think that's okay. Love the Snarls. They're so good in any type of 2-color deck. Just so good. And we can start off with our Lovestruck Beast, which I have not seen all that much of this card today. I had a lot of games where the opponents would just scoop on turn 2, so that was really fun. Just got to live through that. I think I'd play this out. A Gruul land means they're probably aggressive, meaning I probably want a blocker. And we have something for turn 4 anyways. Okay, they're Teamer, so maybe that was a mistake. opponent respects the pretty lands. I understand. I bought all the styles too. They're very nice. Okay, so what you got? Innkeeper, no. Opponent has Innkeeper advantage. Bad sign. Okay. So I think here, yeah, we'll play this. We'll go with the Beast. I could have held basic for a Snarl, but we have untapped land 4 anyways, and if we draw a Snarl, we'll probably draw more lands. Yeah, so I think we play Beast here, and then on turn 4, potentially play Eureka Moment, and just have Dispute open, or just 3 mana Dispute something, which is totally fine. Okay, yeah, that turn isn't great, so I'm happy I did what I did. It means they don't get to attack with Lovestruck Beast, but it's kind of whatever. So, okay. Here's the thing with the commands, with the Eureka Moment, right? I don't think you can put the backside of Tide Channel Pathway onto the battlefield untapped. I don't know if that's just me, but I honestly just don't think you can do that. It's kind of like with Growth Spiral. I haven't seen it with this card, but I've seen it with Growth Spiral. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Yeah, so it's going to make me put this, not the other side. So I'm going to play it out. And it's not ideal. Ideally, we just had another blue. So if I had held this and put this on blue the other turn, we'd be in a better spot. Just have the option to Eureka Moment into a Dispute. But if the opponent like slams Goldspan Dragon, we're just going to Dispute anyways and it won't end up mattering. They play Bone Crusher Giant, which I think that can resolve. I think I'd rather get down my get my card drawn and my ramp. Okay. Let's draw some cards. Okay. Land. All right, let's find an Innkeeper. There we go. Innkeeper secured. Is the opponent going to stomp my Innkeeper? I will dispute that. Oh, they're going to bounce my Innkeeper? I think we dispute that, guys. I mean, I could just replay it. And honestly, maybe I should. Close one. Close call. Means I miss out on 5 damage. You know what? But they get to play out this Borrower and draw another card. Okay, alright. I'm gonna counter. Mostly due to the Borrower half. It, like, kills it now, so I don't have to deal with it in the future. Let's be aggressive. We're at a higher life total. We have better stats on line. We can draw a card here if we want. Just hold open some interaction. Interesting. I don't think these decks usually play. Is it dual land? A Crow in War. Okay, what are you gonna take? Weird main deck tech. Okay, they go for the Beast. Sure. We could bounce that and then get our Beast back. Will it untap? No, it won't. Alright. See? If we submit, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So, I can play you, ramp, but I think we just get this down. Let's keep poking in for that damage. Opponent's gonna wish they still had this for Gargaroth. I want double blue. It bluffs more things. It bluffs double dispute. Okay. Maybe I'm just supposed to bounce my own Lovestruck Beast. A Crow in War number 2. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's see what the opponent does. So, we're gonna do this. I know I'm gonna kill my own Lovestruck Beast here. We get to block. If not, we get this back and we get to attack with it. Do I just take 5? Was that a mistake? We have to attack with everything anyways. I think we just take 5 here. We don't get the Gargaroth card, but I think that's okay. Because we're going to get it back, and I think getting it back is more important. So we have to attack with everything. It's main phase of Borrower. Get an extra card. Let's go wider. Trample. Coming through. Get to keep our Innkeeper. Huge. Actually, no, it's going to kill itself here. So Cultivator, I think we just hold for Eureka moment. So yeah, now Innkeeper kills himself. Whoa. Did you guys see that? Cool. So I'm not sure if that bouncing a Chrono is the exact correct play, but I don't think it was horrible either. It does make them replay this. Is there anything I could draw for 2 mana? I mean, I could draw another Brazen Borrower, but I can do that anyways. Okay, opponent takes my Gargaroth. This can't attack. Maybe I should have taken that block based on the fact that my 1/1 was going to die. See what we hit. Easy other 1/1. That's what I was going to say. We have a lot of 1/1s in the deck. So, do I return this to my hand? No, I don't. Let's not be dumb. Nothing has to attack, per se. So, how much mana do I have? 9. This is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can play 1/1. Okay. Cultivator. Take action. Was that a mistake? No, I wasn't. Okay, I was going to say, did I get one too many blue sources? I'm not going to attack this combat. We're just going wide. This doesn't kill itself to the Chrono, by the way. Everything is going to have to attack next turn. I will probably trade a Lovestruck Beast and something else for a Gargaroth. Okay, very grindy game. A Chrono is a weird card to play around. It's one of the cards I have the most trouble playing around, if I'm completely honest with you guys. But the opponent is at 4. Maybe I should have just attacked. Hold on, if I attacked, they would have gone block, block. Okay, hold on. They would have gone block, block. Gain 3, they're up 7, and then they lose their Innkeeper, but we hit them for 4, but they gain 3, so they're at 3. Maybe that, but they get to keep my Gargaroth. I think no attacks was correct. Alright, opponent, it's all you. They're thinking about the Gargaroth attack. Gain 3 life. Okay, so do I trade here? Okay, what's going to have to attack anyways? What's going to die anyways? These two? Let's say I trade here. They gain another 3. They get a Serpent on my upkeep, so they can, like, block. God, this Como is such a good top deck for them. Okay. I think we go here. They're gonna get that 3 anyways. God, these are Chrono Wars, man. Yep. Now we draw land. Cool. Cool. I mean, we get in for 4 in the air. Opponent did not tap anything with the Coma Coil. Eats my Cultivator. Trades for my 3/3. I mean, technically, they should just tap a land or something here. Because this is going to die to the Akroan War anyways. Play out the creatures. Old land. Potentially redraw to Fave Wishes. Okay, bugged Akroan War animation confirmed. That's something. So how do I win this game? How do I win this game? I need to deal 3 points, 2 points of damage. I'm thinking, honestly, I can fetch Ugin and do it. That means I have to rebuy the Fae. And the opponent can't get aggressive. I honestly might have enough time to if the opponent doesn't have any counter magic. Do it. Transmogrify for a second coma. I was gonna say. Card is legendary. Don't do that, guys. Okay. Castle is not horrible. But I think rebuying the Fae is priority number 1. Let's see if they want to tap anything if we go to combat. Would you like to tap Gargaroth? I would not blame you for tapping Gargaroth. Gargaroth has been tapped. Okay. Do I attack? I think I attack. I want to return this to my hand anyways, right? So it's a free point of damage. Opponent might block with the Brazen Borrower. We get to eat that for free. Cool. Alright, we take these. I discard my lands. I rebuy my Fae. Cast granted. Ugin shoots face. Ugin goes 3-2 face. So can they kill me here? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think they can kill me. I mean, they have 2 cards, but based on all my known information, I don't think they can, unless this is like a counterspell. I mean, they have a lot of card draw in the Innkeepers, plus the adventure creatures, but I'm not sure how much mana that actually leaves them with. Alright guys, I want to see it. Decisive Denial off the top to rip the game. Innkeeper, yep, I think they're just trying to draw and take some counter magic. Ooh, I don't know, I might have gone for second Innkeeper, or third Innkeeper. Okay. That's a lot of cards now. Lucas suited them up. I take 6. I take 6. So the real question now is, does the opponent have counter magic? I think the best shot at them not having counter magic, I think if they let me attack with my Gargaroth, we're okay. So we go to combat first. Because if they let me attack with the Gargaroth, I can draw another card. I can actually tap 3 lands, and if I didn't have another land, I hope I couldn't cast Ugin. But this looks like the play of a man who has a counterspell. Okay. Yeah, they're just tapping my stuff. Okay. I'm gonna play around 3 mana dispute. 1 mana dispute, pay 3. We got it. Any instant speed life gain in your deck? Did we do it? Did we win? Guys? Guys? I mean, Coma says its abilities can't be activated. We have activated. Yes! Oh, I have to get a face cam, guys. You should see my freaking face right now. Woo! Ugin actually won me a game. Huge clutch. Alright guys, and we are back. So for somebody who doesn't really typically enjoy playing Simic, I had a lot of fun today. This deck was crazy. The adventure package is as powerful as always, and the new couple cards really help tie the deck together. They're not the cards that are winning you the game, but there are cards that are helping you get further and further and further ahead. Like removal spell, counter spell, solid mid-rangey versatile card, ramp in a creature, card draw ramp. Like these cards help you bridge you to the not late game, but like mid to late game, where you can slam your really powerful creatures and then take over from there. And yeah, so every aspect of the deck has its role, right? Like you got the adventure package to put some bodies on the board early, draw you some cards, get you some value. You got this brand new package of value and interaction kind of, and the dispute kind of fits into that of like countering stuff, fighting stuff, drawing some cards, playing at instant speed. And then you have I slam big powerful ramp threat and I hope it takes over the game. Fae of Wishes actual MVP, the sideboard today. I didn't include all my games because I had two really long ones that I quite enjoyed, but cards I fetched were Ugin, Primal Might. I fetched Return to Nature one time, but yeah, I feel like this is a pretty solid and concise wishboard. I really do like having a full proof counterspell in here. I know it's not the most common thing, but I just like one copy, and the fact that they nerfed the sideboard to 7 cards makes the Fae of Wishes sideboards a lot harder to make. Anyways, I'm also happy with the mana base. I had like no mana issues today. Mana base is great. Another thing to keep in mind, again, Eureka Moment, after it says you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. If it's this one, it will only enter as the green source. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. Deck list will be in the description down below as always, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.